Last year, he didn't do anything. The year before that, he didn't do anything. Are we expecting the same person that did nothing 2 years running to, find the fountain of youth?
And Martinelli was not supplying that ball. It's not that game for him, and his head is always down, always down. It was a weird, especially spending 4.5 hours of traveling up to Anfield to see that as well. I wanted some attacking football.
I mean, it's not an all-out attack, but what message do you send if you're playing Merino, man? Like the fuck, dude.
Manningue Gunners Podcast.
We won't be fish on a high note. We will suffer.
Hello, Gunners from all over the world. We're back. The season just began, but is the title over? Well, before I get carried away, big welcome to our special guest today. We've got Stuart, who was at Anfield yesterday. I hope he's gonna cheer us up. But for those of you who are angry, I've also brought Kill Bill. He was dying to be in this podcast. As soon as he saw the lineup, saw that Merino was on the pitch, he's like, oh my God, when are we on the podcast? Arteta out. I'm kidding. Anyways, over to you guys. So, Bill, why don't you do the honors, man? How are you? How's it been?
Once again, evening, gentlemen. Obviously, a bit disappointed with the result yesterday, but I'm not freaking out because, as I said to you, Fabio, in the group, the league is not won in game week 3. There's a couple of things that I didn't like, which we're obviously going to get into it. But as of today, I'm good. I just obviously disappointed that we lost, but I'm not throwing my toy out the pram or anything like that. I'm good. I'm content.
Yes.
We lost the game.
Bill is not throwing his toys
there's a lot
yet.
of positives to take.
For now, it's chill, Bill. What about you, Stuart? Big welcome. How are you? How are you feeling?
Thank you very much for getting me on the podcast. Obviously, I've been asked for a little while, but no, that's cool. Yeah, I'm actually all right. I mean, again, it's Liverpool at Anfield. We've had the big two out of the way. Old Trafford away, Anfield away. We hardly ever win there. Obviously, we beat Man U, which is great. When did we last time beat Liverpool at Anfield? 2012, I think I saw the thing yesterday.
It's a bad record.
12,
So Arteta was on the pitch then.
Yeah, so obviously I was there yesterday, which was really nice. First time at Anfield as well. Interesting stadium, old school, very square. And obviously everybody talks about the infamous atmosphere of Anfield. Didn't hear until the 83rd minute until they scored. So that was actually quite interesting, actually. I think we were louder, which is kind of nice. Mood-wise, I'm all right. I guess I had a different vantage point to a lot of TV, and even me watching on TV and going to games, you see 2 different games sometimes. But Merino in midfield everybody was scratching their heads about that one. Everyone. We could not understand that one. I'm not going to lie. Couldn't understand that one.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I just want to say that I've been super hopeful this whole season, really looking forward to it. After the end of last season, I needed a big break, take off the summer, enjoy a bit. And I've come for this season thinking I don't know why, I have a feeling we're going to win the title. I knew we were going to play the way we played yesterday. I'm fine with us being full defensive. I knew it was going to be maybe a set piece, 1-0. But as soon as I saw the starting lineup and there was no Eze, I was like, wait, Eze is not playing for Odegaard. Eze is not playing for Martinelli. It's neither one. So what is going on in midfield? And then I see the 6-6-6 defensive midfields, Merino, Zubimendi, and Declan Rice. I was thinking, wow, man, we've gone. This is from hell directly. This is one of those games we're just coming here for a draw. And to be honest, it almost worked, If Szoboszlai hadn't scored a worldie, maybe we would have been fine. But I don't know, guys. I'm fluctuating from denial to Arteta, why are you like this? Why are you allergic to freaking attacking football? To oh, come on, it's only the 3rd game. I don't know. Yesterday, I thought everyone was going crazy and being too negative. Today, I woke up and I don't know if the negativity absorbed into my veins. I'm emo today. I've even painted my nails. I'm in tears. I don't know, guys. I'm what's going on, man? Isak is freaking joining Liverpool. He is joining. I don't know. Am I freaking out too soon? Because I honestly feel like it's over.
I again, it was a really weird tactic just to go to Anfield for the draw, without a doubt. Like, you go to every game to win, surely. Like, in any football match, you always go to win. Of course you want to win. And how they were playing the ball yesterday, Martinelli, obviously we didn't have that linchpin in the middle of, obviously Odegaard was injured, obviously came on after. So Eze was Ethan in there, in that spot. Just, we got players to do that same role. Why don't we play that same role? Not too sure, but there was a lot of long balls over to Martinelli, to Noni. Noni was brilliant yesterday. I don't know if it's because everybody else was poor, but he was really good. He was on the ball and he was going for it. But I tell you what, I did see 2 defenders on Gokres all the time. 2 defenders all the time. And he just couldn't get the ball. And Martinelli was not supplying that ball. He couldn't. It's not that game for him, and his head is always down, always down. Yeah, it was a weird, especially spending 4.5 hours to travel up to Anfield to see that as well. I wanted some attacking football.
That's a hard one, eh? I must say, like, I spent like 4 hours yesterday on a little hike before the game just to chill my nerves, to like chill out. I even bought some guarana because I'm like, dude, Martinelli needs some, I don't know what he needs. I feel like the Martinelli of 3 years ago, maybe he needs to just go back to Brazil for 2 weeks and have a caipirinha, eat some pastéis. I don't know, man. He needs something because he seems like a completely different player, man, with no energy, no ideas. There was that one chance with Gyökeres when they were like 2v1 and Gyökeres made his run to the left. And I was like, Martinelli here has to put Gyökeres through, or he has to go through the center and shoot. And Martinelli actually went like almost on top of Gyökeres and then dribbled.
I was seeing it on the side. They pretty much like, bumped into each other.
Yeah, and then he was in a corner rather than take a shot. After that, like, I think I've been probably, at least online, I think I've been probably the loudest Martinelli defender because people always hate on him. For me, I have a bias to all Portuguese and Brazilian players. I'm always going to be, and French players. I'm always going to be like supportive. But yesterday I was like, okay, wow, I see it. Like, Kill Bill, how do you feel, man? How do you feel?
Yeah, look, you know me, Fabio. I'll say this to Stuart. I'm not a very big stats guy. I'm more of an eye test guy. What I see on TV, that's what I'm looking at. The stats come later. I think that's Fabio's department, not mine. Going into that game, I felt good. I felt good for a long time. I mean, granted, obviously we have a couple of our best players out, but with the squad that we have and the investment that we've done this summer, I think we have a decent squad. We have a good squad. And when the lineup came out and I saw Merino there, automatically for me, it cemented what I always just thought about Arteta. I'm not in the Arteta out camp. Like, I think he's doing a really good job and he's taken us to where we need to be today. But with that lineup, for me, it just symbolizes that I don't think that he's going to get us over the line, because the previous, and as I said in the beginning, the game is not, or the league is not won by game week 3. Today, they're about to get Isak, they're about to get Mark Gay, they've strengthened, but we've already played them at home. We only have one more game to play. We don't play Liverpool every single weekend. But game week 3, we're level on points and we don't go for it. Look, even if we lost, there's still a lot of time for us to catch up, because Liverpool are going to drop points. They're not going to win every single game because Isak's there. No, it's not going to happen. But from every podcast, pundit, everybody said Eze is ready to play. He came in for that. How are you going to go to Liverpool and set up in a defensive... Dude, game week 1, Bournemouth took them to town, 4-2. Mm-hmm. Last week, Newcastle with 10 men did what they did.
Amazing.
And the last minute, how are we going to automatically approach a game which, for me, as I said, whether we beat Liverpool yesterday and we would won or we lost the next 5 games, we'd still be in the mud. You know what I mean? People would still say, well, what did Liverpool do? Or what, you know what I mean? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. If Odegaard was not playing, you got to put Eze there. if Odegaard was playing, you got to put Eze in the left wing. But you have both players there, and Odegaard was fit. If you're fit for the bench, you're fit to play. But you
I hear
cannot
you.
go with 3 sixes at Liverpool. What message are you sending to us? What message are you sending to Berta after the investment that we've done? I can't just,
Guys, to
you know,
defend
what I'll say
Arteta,
for the last point for now. The Martinelli, guys, I think we already know what to expect from him. I don't think he's going to get better. We just know that he's in the side for his defensive qualities. And if that's how we start to look at him for his defense, then we've lost the plot because he's giving us nothing going forward. Absolutely nothing at the moment. So what I have
so
to say in
guys,
terms of
whose
the
fault?
lineup,
Quick question: whose fault is that? Because I remember not so long ago Martinelli being spoken of by Jurgen Klopp after we even played at Anfield as like a generational talent. I remember Martinelli scoring incredible goals against Chelsea, making incredible runs, being like quite threatening. And he's the fastest player, by the way, of the entire squad. Like even now, this preseason, like the results and the stats came out, he's still our fastest player. He never uses his speed.
No.
He's someone said he's like the least Brazilian player they know, but that's not true. That I think that honor goes to Anthony for Man United. But like, what is going on with? I don't honestly like the Martinelli who scored. Was it 15 goals 3 seasons ago or 4 seasons ago or something like that? That player is so long gone. It makes me think: is this a case of like what Pep Guardiola did to Grealish, Arteta has done to Martinelli? Or is this just Martinelli himself?
No.
Like, what do you guys?
I mean, Grealish sat on the bench for all last season. Martinelli
Right?
didn't do that. Like, he's getting picked first. I don't know if he's just... I saw him arguing with Declan Rice a few times yesterday, because you can see... I don't know if you saw it on the camera a few times. When we had a few corners, he was screaming at Rice, and I think it was Gabriel was like saying, calm down kind of thing. I don't know if he's just distanced himself somehow, as something in the back room happened, and all of a sudden he's not got his head playing the game. But it's got to be a tactical change somewhere where he's been told, you can't do this, can't do that. It has to be, right?
I don't agree with you, Stuart. I just think that Martinelli just hit a ceiling. And I think, you know, what you said, Fabio, was that he had a 15-goal season 3 years ago. This is where the ruthlessness of Berta has to come to play, to recognize that we need to learn how to sell. We cannot have a depreciating asset. We know he's not... Last year, he didn't do anything. The year before that, he didn't do anything. Are we expecting the same person that did nothing 2 years running to, you know, find the fountain of youth? It's not going to happen, guys.
Yeah,
We look
fair.
to move him
That's
out.
fair.
And it's not, I don't think it's a tactical thing. And I don't think it's what you said that maybe Arteta is hindering, because as Stu said, he gets picked in. He's in the starting lineup over, and Trossard gets pissed off because sometimes Trossard does it, you know, does his job, but still the next week Martinelli will get picked. You know, when he runs, he's got his head down. You know that he's indecisive now. He just looks like a player that just doesn't know what to do. And to your point, as saying that if we picked up the argument, I personally didn't pick that up, but I wouldn't be surprised if these things are happening.
Yeah.
You can see how everyone is pulling their weight. It's Martinelli that's not doing the job. And you cannot be there as a left wing for defensive purposes. You're not a left wing back. You need to offer something going forward. So I think that's, you know, where the problem lies for me, because I just think that we can see he's not contributing, but yet he's going to be picked week in, week out, which is the problem for me.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, we had Tyranny on the left-hand side. I think he came on twice or 3 times last year. Actually did a better job than Martinelli, to be honest.
Reece Nelson in preseason did a better job, and we
No. This is where I stop you. Bill,
no. I said in preseason. I'm not looking at the overall, Fabio. I said
preseason. Please, man, don't talk to me about preseason. Let's talk about Reece Nelson.
Build up.
Let's talk about
That's how
Reece
you
Nelson.
build up for the season, right?
Reece Nelson is our oldest serving player in the entire squad, right? And Martinelli last season, which you guys say did nothing, still scored alone last season, scored 8 goals, right? Reece Nelson in his entire Arsenal career, do you know how many goals Reece Nelson has scored?
It's like 2, isn't it? Or
3.
3. Okay, yeah.
Oh, guys, sorry. Like, let's just leave Reece Nelson out of this. And okay, let's also leave Martinelli. But yeah, I finally agree with you guys. He needs to be benched for the next few games, if not more. He needs to go and think about his life. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I noticed when Fabio Vieira joined the club, him and Martinelli became quite close. And I remember also during that time, Arteta saying something in an interview, something about like people are asking if he would sometimes play Martinelli as a striker on the center. And at that time, Arteta said he doesn't see him as that kind of player, getting a bit worried, thinking, does Arteta like really know Martinelli's best position? Because I do feel like what he's been asked to do isn't like his actual strength. But even I cannot defend him anymore. Like yesterday, I'm like, okay, now it's no more.
It was shocking. It was shocking to see it, especially because obviously when they're coming down, he was just looking at the ball, doing this, and he was coming over, and he had a little jog, and then it went out, and I'm like, mate, you're on a lot of money.
He needs to
do something. Like
it was a really tough watch. I think something has to happen there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now I'm in full agreement. Like I can't even.
When you say something has to happen, we're sitting now recording this podcast. I think deadline day is gone. So
it's not ending in a few hours. I've got my notifications.
Unless they're doing paperwork, I think they gave you 2 extra hours for that.
Yeah, I think it's up until 11 p.m. UK time. I think the paperwork. So as long as you submit the paperwork before 7, then it can go, I think.
Yeah.
So guys, but in other words, we just signed Mbappe. We never know, right? We'll find out tomorrow.
No, but not all is lost because, well, first it has to go both ways. If we're going to ship him out, we need to get an incoming player because we cannot be left with just Trossard and Eze, and that's really not Eze's best position.
Up Martinelli today.
No, we're not.
Shipping out
we're not. But I'm saying,
we couldn't even.
Turkey's still open and the Middle East is still open until the 12th. But our way, then, we're not getting rid of Martinelli. He's going to stay. But I just think that for me, yesterday was his last starting opportunity. I think he needs to ride the bench. I think Eze needs to lock that place up and we go from there because he's not offering us anything. This defensive side of his, it's bullshit. We got the best defense in the league from the four defenders to our holding midfielders, our that triangle we got. We just need to ride on them and hope that they can execute our way forward. But this Martinelli, we need him for his defense. No, man, we need offense. That's what we need. We don't need.
Sorry, I don't want to sound too negative. Eventually, I'll move on from complaining about yesterday. I promise. We've got a lot more to talk about. It's not all bad. But I think another problem, I don't know how you guys see it going forward. Do we create enough chances? Because, do our forwards get enough opportunities?
I'm a big Odegaard fan, as you've seen in my chat. He is the linchpin and he is the person who drives the ball from here to here. Without him yesterday, and of course we got Eze, I'm sure he does it. I think he did it for Palace quite a lot. Again, why wasn't he there? Anyway, but without those guys there, we didn't have that at all. And it was a lot of this come from Raya, from the back, going up front. And you're right, we didn't have nothing.
We didn't have that. We played 3 6s. We had nothing. We were too defensive. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's too defensive.
Do you guys remember when we used to play with no 6s in the midfield? And we were like,
that was fun. That was fun times.
Yeah, look, Fabio, I think...
6, guys, when are we, some games, I want to see what's going to happen. I'm okay. Liverpool, we lost. It's fine. To be honest, these first 5 games, I'd kind of written them off anyways. Because, we've got Forest next. That's like playing against a brick wall. Then we've got Newcastle, I think, right?
And we have
Newcastle
City.
Away. And
Newcastle
then
away.
At home.
And then City at home,
Then City. Let's hope that we do City like we did last year since they were in a bad run. But for me, Newcastle and Forest, we're going to see is the ring of death or the magnet?
That U-shape.
The U-shape.
Yeah, that goes from side to side. When we pass from one wing to the other and go back. And
we're going to see that. Gyökeres is going to be called a flop. He's not going to have one shot because no one's going to give him the ball in space. After these first 5 games, the next 5 games is actually where I'm going to judge our season. Like,
Yeah,
until
I've always judged it on the first 10. Very similar to you. The first 5 is basically null almost. Cool, great. If we get a win, great. It's showing the shape of how we're going to do. And then from the 5 to 10, you can slowly go, okay, this is where we're heading. And then by the time, by about 10th game, you kind of get a bit of a shape of, this is us for maybe till January. Okay, this is cool. That's how, in my mind, how I've always played it, like a little bit. But you're right.
Yeah.
The first 5 is kind of, it's experimental almost a little bit, Don't do the Liverpool experiment again, please.
Yeah, I was experimenting, guys. This 3-6s, maybe we won't see it again. Maybe this is like when he was putting Thomas Partey at right back, Maybe this is just like he's having a little moment.
But you see, this is why I have a problem with Arteta. Because why is it when every other team plays Liverpool, any other team, Bournemouth, they went on the attack. But why is it that when we go there, it's like everybody else becomes superstars? Like it's always Arsenal that everyone plays their best game.
Man United away.
But why do we set up so defensive? Why can't we just from the get-go just say, for example, as you said, these 3 games, international break now, we have a hard schedule. We do.
Second hardest, not of anyone. Second hardest.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Liverpool, game week 3. If you don't experiment, if you don't show dominance, whenever are you going to do it? Because you're not going to do it game week 15. By then, the table is kind of forming. You're not going to do it game week 10, 20. Game week 3, level on points. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. I mean, that's for pundits to write up, articles and journals and stuff like that. But come on, we got to be more, pragmatic.
Proactive.
We need
Pragmatic
to be. Sorry, proactive, not pragmatic.
Yeah.
Proactive. Yeah, sorry, not
Please,
pragmatic.
we do not need to be more pragmatic. Please, Arteta, do not
No.
listen
We
to
need to
this,
be more proactive.
Handbrake
Because
off,
what
man.
will
Not
happen?
not more. Guys, imagine
because what will happen? We
6
have
defenders
Newcastle.
next year.
We have City coming up. Manchester City. Are we gonna go the same defensive tactics or defensive lineup too? Come
Pretty
on.
sure we're going to go all out attack. We
we're-
usually do against those guys, don't we?
I mean, it's not an all-out attack, but what message do you send if you're playing Merino, man? Like the fuck, dude.
I mean, he was great last season, but we needed someone because we had so many injuries. But this season, we got so much depth.
You have Eze on the bench. You
Yeah,
have
I know.
Odegaard on
Used
the
to
bench.
it.
You have Waneri on the bench. Come
Okay.
on.
Guys, you heard it here first. I guess Newcastle, Merino is starting as the center forward. Gyökeres is on the bench. And,
I mean, that's an experiment.
don't worry, guys. Set pieces. That's it, man. If anything, we need Nicolas Jover to do his job. Come on. We didn't score yesterday. We need better. That was another thing that didn't work out for us yesterday because Rice was having to take set pieces from both sides.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We didn't have like a left footer who could take the...
And it showed really bad that he couldn't quite do the other side. Nowhere near as good as him.
Yeah.
And that free kick he did towards
He got-
I think they're still finding the ball in the Mersey somewhere. Like
It landed in Madrid.
okay, right?
Yeah, he
fair
thought he
play,
was
yeah.
playing rugby, man. That was a conversion.
How? I'm just like,
I think those free kicks from last season got to his head. We saw yesterday, like, okay, behave because that's a bit much now. Wow. But guys,
we didn't play bad. It wasn't a bad game. Neither side got dominant over neither side got dominant over the other. I just think that it was just one magical free kick, that just did it. I mean, we had the same thing, as you said, when Rice did it to Madrid. It goes both ways. You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
I know people get bored with statistics, so I won't go on about it. That's why I just tend to crack jokes because I was like, no one is actually interested on the statistics. So, but if we even look at XG, in the first half, we actually dominated Liverpool. We had more possession. We had more shots. We had a higher XG. And Van Dijk actually mentioned it in his interview that at halftime, when they went in his post-match interview, he actually mentioned that they realized that and the coach kind of made some tweaks for how they came back in the second half. And if you think about it, when they came back, they actually changed that's when they dominated roundabout until they scored. And then from there, we started like pushing again because they fell back.
Our first change came in the 69th minute. Come on.
Yeah, my
With
God.
all that
Too late,
firepower
man.
on the bench.
I mean, if we were 1-0 up, fine. But we weren't, and we needed a goal. We needed to go for it. That should have happened maybe 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't missed Unai Emery since we lost the Europa League final against Chelsea. But yesterday, I was like, when we came back on in the second half and Martinelli was still on the pitch, I was like, oh, I miss Unai Emery, man, because Unai Emery would have removed him at halftime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes at halftime, you just gotta be like, this is not working. Today is one of those shit days. No problem. Come back next week. But
Yeah, he was
Eze
scoring.
should have
scoring for the
started.
draw.
Should have come at
In my
halftime.
opinion.
I feel like maybe Arteta delayed the subs since he had to sub Saliba in the 4th minute. You know what I
Yeah, because
mean?
he
So
twisted
maybe
his ankle
probably-
in pre-warm-up or what
Yeah.
have you. And because they've announced the squad, I was looking earlier that they had to kick off, wait for the ball to go out, and then sub or something like weird.
Yeah.
They couldn't sub before. It was like a weird thing. I was like, I didn't even think about that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
People thought we were just starting in a rugby way. Huh? As soon as
Yeah.
like,
Kick
wow.
for touch.
So this is how we're going with this game. Yeah.
Yeah, but Mascara, when he came on, he did a good
Mm.
job, man. So much
was
to the
really
point that
impressed
we're not
with him.
here, lamenting how bad Saliba was. I think he put in a good shift. And that's the type of squad building that we need, that players come in. Not only do they do their job or do a job, but they actually excel in, in the job that they're doing. We're not buying players for 3 million so that they come in and shit the bed. And no, man, I thought that guy did. He
Yeah,
put in
he
a
done
real
really
shift.
well.
He
Yeah.
played well.
That's not an easy game to have your first Premier League minute in.
No.
Huh?
Why are people saying that? He played against Leeds.
He
Everybody
did,
keeps
you're
saying
right,
that
you're
was
right.
his debut. He played against Leeds,
Yeah,
man.
he came as a fullback against Leeds. You're right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I forgot all about that, actually.
Yeah,
And I
but-
was there. I was there in the stadium and I even forgot about that.
guys, I actually
No,
forgot we
everybody's
beat Leeds
going on
5-0.
about it's his debut. I'm like, no,
Bill.
he played Leeds, or I must have been dreaming.
Bro, we have collective amnesia, man. We forgot the 5-0 against Leeds. Did that ever happen? Like, I don't even. We played Man United, right? And then we played Liverpool.
No,
But,
we're gonna get our chances, Fabio. I don't think we're suffering from a creativity problem.
Yeah.
It hasn't gelled yet, and most also obvious thing is the schedule that we have is really hard. It's really hard to get some sort of fluidity. I think, as Stu said, after game week 10, I think we'll see where we are. But we have too much firepower to not go boom.
Yeah.
100%.
That's
sure.
the thing, and I think from there is where that argument and conversation starts happening about the manager. Because if we're not getting anything with this squad, there's nothing more Berta could have done. Like, we're stacked
Yeah,
in
he's-
every department, so it's now or never.
It's like the
But
best
I'm not
transfer
saying
window
Arteta
we've
out.
had.
It's-
Transfer window we've had in, like, I don't know, man, maybe 10 years.
But more, like, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
The only time I say it was a singular best transfer is probably Bergkamp. I remember him coming in
Wow.
back in when Bruce Rioch did nothing except for bring Bergkamp in. And now it's just like, why is he why is he coming? Why?
yeah.
That's one person. We've had half a
8.
squad.
Nine,
8,
nine,
yeah,
nine with
yeah, almost a
Nketiah.
whole squad. And they
Yeah.
are not
Quality.
like,
Quality over quantity, man.
yeah, but they're like £3 million players, like you're saying. Like,
We're not signing Benayoun. And
yeah, they are quality, like
Yeah.
first team choice players. We'll get
Yeah.
into pretty much any other side in the Premier League. We've just gone, boom, just actually just went for it.
and
Yeah.
did we sign that central defender today? Has that come through?
Yeah,
finding
from
it.
Bayer
Yeah,
Leverkusen, on
we must
loan
have.
obligation.
On
to
loan with
buy.
obligation, yeah.
And
Yeah,
he is supposed to be
Apparently-
awesome.
so that
Nice.
it
Apparently he's
reflects
really
on
good,
next year's accounts.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yes, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
It's an option, not obligation. Option, because
okay.
this.
Okay,
I was going to
Yeah,
tell you,
but-
obligation reflects on this.
Yes,
reflects-
yes, that's what I was reading.
Because it's like,
okay,
Here,
right.
we're becoming
yeah,
accountants.
yeah.
We don't need to. It's
I
fine.
know, yeah, we don't want to go there.
Yeah,
That's what I studied to instead. Instead, drink beer and chat football in a podcast with my friends.
Yeah, sounds good. It sounds good.
yeah. I think overall, game was good. We got done by the free kick. Even Slot said in his press interview, he said that if you had to take that game back, 8 out of 10
Eight
times it
times.
would have resulted in a draw. One time would probably be Arsenal winning or Liverpool, and that's just how it went.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
think that we cannot be too harsh. And yeah, it would be unfair on the team to hear such negativity because they didn't dominate us. We didn't dominate them. It was a stalemate going into a draw, which I think we all would have taken, but we just got undone, But yeah, man, today I'm good. I'm all right. I'm good.
Bill, whatever you've done, this is what we all need as Arsenal fans, man. Please, this is the most calm I've ever seen you, and I think we need it because I honestly think we have the most emotional fan base. But that's kind of why we love the club, right? So it's not I'm not dissing. It's good that we're so attached to it. But I don't know a football club that makes people so happy and so depressed at the same time. I feel like there's clubs that either suck and there's clubs that win. We are 1 week, we are thinking we're going to win the league and the Champions League. The next week, we're like, oh my God, everyone sucks.
Yeah, it's a weird one, especially if you grew up in the Wenger days. You kind of expect not to win all the time, but we knew we were awesome all the time. And post-Wenger has been a bit, I call it post-Wenger. It is post-Wenger.
Post-Wenger,
it's
cried stuff. I cried.
Yeah, we go for that. And it's just one of those things that we still expect the Wenger winning days.
Yeah.
But we're long gone from that now. It is a totally new era, new generation almost. So I think there's a lot of that, and a lot of people now, kind of similar age, grow up with that, the Henrys and whatnot. And we just not expect to win. That's not the right word, but this is where the emotional roller coaster comes in. You're like, we should have won that. It's you see it all the time when you see all different ages, older, younger. It's very shared, very similar sort of emotions each and every week, which is nice,
Yeah.
Yeah, but also don't forget, Fabio, in my opinion, we are living in the age of, social media, and a lot of what comes out is for, clicks, clickbait, tags and all that. And unfortunately, I think we are, enemy to ourselves, because when we do bad, a lot of other people are logging on to see the reactions that we have. And I think a lot of the other podcasts and, you get your groups on YouTube, they only feast on that negativity.
Yeah.
But when we win, they don't
Arsenal
give us the
TV.
same attention. It's just the meltdown
People
that
are
appears
feasting,
when
man.
Arsenal lose. I think
I
even
will say
those, the Sky Sports and everybody has jumped on it. I think everyone is for clickbait. So
I hear you, but I think what's frustrating for me is that I feel maybe it's just an opinion. Every fan always thinks everything is against their club, but I feel like the pundits, there's so many Man United and Liverpool pundits, and then for me, because Arsenal Fan TV got so big, I swear, every single Man United friend, I say friend, I don't know if they're really my friends since they support Man United, but they are in the dumps, right? Finishing 15th, losing to Grimsby a few days ago, yet they're making fun of us for losing 1-0 to Liverpool yesterday. And I was actually wait, what? This guy's messaging, you lost to Grimsby. You know what I mean? But they're so.
They definitely.
But I feel somehow we.
Go on, you carry on, Fabio. I was going to say that Man U are definitely having a harsher time post-Fergie than we are post-Wenger, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you ask them, they're deluded, man. They'll tell you, no ways. They're
literally spoke to somebody 2 weeks, just before the season started, so 3 weeks ago, and I was talking to him, and he was just like, oh, well, what do you think Arsenal going to do? I was like, oh, we're good, but we all say, us Arsenal, we've had a better post-Wenger day. He's like, no, you haven't. I was like, well, we have. We won one more cup than you, but you ended up. You don't even beat the Champions League for how many seasons. I was just like, hang on, what? I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop there.
Bro, they can win 10 Carabao Cups. I couldn't care, man. They're finishing in 15th. We were almost in the Champions League finals. You know what I mean? I want us to get there and I want us to win. Man. So,
Stu, but we need to.
I want to. Yeah,
we need to win something, Fabio. Yeah. I think I've said in the group.
I know, but Carabao
I would take Carabao. I would take
I couldn't even watch it here
FA.
in France.
I'm not saying that I prioritize. Go ahead, Fabio.
But French broadcasters don't even show Carabao Cup, man. So
that's for our morale. We need something. I think that our squad is too good of a squad not to be winning anything. everybody else has won from the big six. If we consider ourselves big six, they've won some sort of silverware, regardless of the impetus that we put, that proper trophy. I think it lifts morale. You cannot be playing
We
to
will.
come second place, man. We cannot do that.
But so I want to say we will. We still have a good chance, like in every competition, and I think this year we will win something. But I also want to say something. This whole thing about second, I know it sucks that we've done it 3 times in a row, but since when has that been like such a big stick to beat up a team with? I remember when we used to finish 4th all the time, and people are like, you guys are always finishing 4th, ha, Arsenal. Now we're finishing 2nd all the time. People are like, you guys are always finishing 2nd. Like, so what? It's like when we won the FA Cup 3 times, remember, like when Wenger's later years, that also didn't count because we're always winning the FA Cup. So I feel like for us, the goalposts are always changing. It's like whatever we do, we'll beat ourselves up about it.
Well, I think a lot of our social media sometimes doesn't help from the other fans as well. Like they always stick to the negatives. It's like they are the ones I think are moving the goalpost more than us. I think more than anything. Like I get it. We don't want to be second, but second is way better than 3rd and 15th.
15th.
I know it's a
If
tough.
Man United fans are watching, right?
Yeah.
No, but tell
it's a
me,
tough.
Stu, do you? Okay, Man U, even Tottenham, they came. Well, they had a miserable campaign last year, miserable.
Yeah.
But honestly, 3 years from now, are you really gonna remember they came 15th?
Of course. What?
I mean,
will-
only you
yes,
as a fan. you're
Spurs
gonna
we
rub
will.
it in
Yeah,
the
as a
fa-
fan,
no, wait.
especially Spurs.
No, like I'm talking about Man U. Spurs,
Yes.
they were always gonna get better the next
Yeah.
year. It was horrible,
Bill, I will never let my Man United friends forget it. I'm sorry. They will remember that they were fighting for relegation. I will remind them. And I'll remind them about Grimsby. Those guys don't
the
forget about
Grimsby one's
beating
going to
us,
go on for a while.
right? Those guys are still telling us about every single time we almost lost this or lost. When we're 50, 60, 70, 80, I'll take it to my grave. I will remind them of this season they had, man. No. I ain't
But
not
do you
dropping
think
this.
do you think he'll
We're
get us
actually
over the
letting them
line?
go too easy. Sorry?
I mean, no.
No, I'm putting the question to Stu. Do you think that he'll get us over the line?
Arteta should. Will he?
No. What do you think? Because theoretically he should. What do you-
Theoretically he should. And I
I'm not
don't
saying
know.
that you need to be in the camp of Arteta in or Arteta. I think that's not what we're talking about here.
No, I know what you mean. He should, but I think he will. But whether or not this year, I'm not too sure. But Fabio could contest this. How many times am I ever positive about us winning a game? Ever. I'm always like, draw. Maybe we might draw.
So, guys, we do this poll before games for the listeners. We do this poll before games where we ask each other, like, what do we think is going to happen? And we all have like 12 people win, and Stu will just be like, draw.
Yeah.
Why do you think that way, Stu? Is it
I tell you
it
why.
cannot be the players now. We
No,
have too good of a squad.
It's me growing up in the George Graham era of like, even in Wenger days, I used to do it. But it's like me growing up in the George Graham era of like, a draw is a good thing because we might come 12th. It's just a hangover from that, honestly. Like, especially with all the stuff we have. I'm like, we'll have a draw. Leeds draw, batter them 5-0. But it's just me and from when I've started off of. It's the same everybody. Everybody starts at a point and they go from that kind of thing,
Yeah.
Because it's your first time joining us, I'd love to actually just quickly ask you that, because I've asked everyone. I tend to ask every guest, when did you start supporting Arsenal? And also, who was your favorite player? Because I think it plays a role into how we see the game now and how we judge Arteta, how we judge the team. You know?
That's a good question. So it was I can never remember which one. It was either the League Cup or the FA Cup semi-final against Spurs in 1993.
Wow.
Tony Adams scored the winner, and that kind of set me off. And that was a year we beat Sheffield Wednesday twice in the FA Cup and the League Cup. And that was the last seasons we ever had replays in any of those cups as well, in the finals, if you remember.
Those were annoying.
They were I remember the FA Cup final, the second one, Andy Linnigan scoring the winning goal. And I swear that ball, I can still go in my mind, it must have hung there for about 5 minutes in the air. And you can see just Linnigan just looking at it, like, is it coming down? And then, it was going. it just kind of went. But yeah, that was my hero growing up was Ian Wright. I love Ian
Yeah.
Wright. Ian Wright's my favourite. I always put him number one at Arsenal
Uncle
purely
Righty.
because
Yeah.
Ian Wright, Uncle Righty. He's a goal machine. I love Ian Wright. That was my
He
guy.
needs a statue, man. What is up with
Yeah,
the
that's
stadium?
what I was
He
gonna
needs a
say.
statue.
Why haven't
Yeah, I don't know. And I think some a pundit asked him, and he was like, "I'll have a statue as long as I'm with Rocky." And I'm like, "Oh, that would be an amazing statue of him and Rocky."
Yeah,
Okay.
what a
outside there."
statue.
But
That would be
I was
rad.
like, "Yeah, okay." So there needs to be one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it
he
needs to be
does.
one.
Look, what
Yeah.
he does, for the club. I mean, in this, post-playing days and so forth. I mean, he's a great ambassador, man. He
Yeah.
needs some sort of recognition. It
And
cannot
he's
be
really
like
pushing. Yeah, and he's really pushing the women's football as well. Like,
yeah. He
massively.
needs to get recognized.
Yeah, he does. And he's just, even other fans are like, actually, Wright's all right. And if you get an all right from other fans, he's doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, he's amazing, man. Even what you're saying about the women's team. So, like, I've kind of followed women's football, but mostly because I live in France, like the French national team and the Lyon team. But because of Ian Wright, I actually started to watch Arsenal women's team.
Yes,
And then I was
exactly
like,
same as
"They're
me."
amazing. And then, we won the Champions League last year, guys. So
Yeah,
I know we don't,
yeah.
but hey, we
I
won.
mean,
we
even the
won.
women are out playing the men, so we need to get something, guys. Something.
Yeah.
We need a Carabao. We need an FA. We need something.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. And I think if Arteta doesn't win anything this season,
Oh, no.
the board is going to be having a word with him, I reckon.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
getting sacked,
Not getting sacked, but yeah.
but something does have to happen.
Honestly,
I-
like,
Season 6?
believe in,
Yeah.
I believe, as Henri said before he got crucified, that's a very tall building, phase 7. Like, come on, like, when are we winning something?
Yeah.
I must
No,
say,
that's-
like, I'm going to support Arteta until the end of the season. But for me, if we win nothing, which I don't think, I'm sure we will win something. But if we don't, World Cup, I'm watching Nagelsmann because he's going to be available after that, man. That's
He is a
it.
good coach. He is a good coach.
That's saying. But anyway, let's hope
Yeah.
we don't get to it. And
No,
that Arteta
Yeah,
brings-
I mean-
players aren't the problem. I'll
Yeah.
say that. Players aren't the problem.
Yeah. I don't know what is his tactics. Is he still a young coach? He is a young coach.
No, come on. You
But-
can only use that excuse for so long.
I
You
don't.
cannot.
I mean, it's
Come
season
on.
6. Maybe
Yeah.
in season 3 we would have done it.
Yeah,
He's done amazing,
we
though. Like, I
cannot.
must say, like, the way I remember my first visit to London was when there was like that crazy moment where everyone was like, half the people were Wenger out, half the people were like, and like the atmosphere was so bad. And then Unai Emery, the atmosphere was so bad that we didn't even give him a chance, myself included. I literally was like, Unai out before he even like said a word, because I was like, he's not Arsene Wenger,
Yeah.
And I feel like Arteta has like really united us. Like, remember, we're
He
all like
has.
hating the board, hating the players. Like, I remember seeing Mustafi and just wanting to like switch off the TV.
Yeah.
And now, like, he has created this amazing spirit around the club, but I think with it has come expectations. And people are even saying he's like the best manager. And I'm like, okay, but if he is, it's time to deliver then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, it's time now.
Yeah. You are right. It is time.
On a
It is.
positive
Yeah,
note,
we don't get, I'm sorry. I mean, second place, yes, but there's no prize for second place, guys. 3 years in a row, yes, it looks good in a resume, but it's not something that we'll be remembering in 10 years' time. People are going to be remembering trophies and parades and
Yeah.
so forth.
Yeah,
Second
yeah, of
place
course, yeah.
finishes, no. And, for me, what makes me, upset is that I just think that I think that boat has sailed for us. I think the first year was, man, we lost Saliba and we had to put Rob Holding. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And
yeah.
then 2 years ago, we got so close as well. Lost it by what?
2 points.
Point?
2 points. 2.
2 points. Yeah, that's
2
right. And it was on
points,
his
man.
final game.
The trophy
yeah.
was there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there at the last game of the season. I even booked a hotel just in case, there's going to be a parade on
Yeah.
Monday. And it did happen. I was like, well, I guess I'm staying in London for a little longer.
Yeah. So, and then,
HW
last year
HW
you
even
get
flew to
Liverpool,
London.
and now Liverpool just went and strengthened with what it's just, yeah, man, it's
And even
unfortunate.
Chelsea are looking good as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they got a
So
revolving
it's
door of players in, out, in, out. They got a
yeah,
fresh
I don't
squad, I
know,
think.
man. I don't know this whole thing of we need to win the Premier League. Nobody has
Yeah,
a
the right.
given right to win. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
But yeah, I think that for how close we came, I think that we need to get someone else to get us over the line because I don't think it's the players anymore. It's not that excuse for me just doesn't fly.
But he's gonna win, guys. He's gonna win. Let's hope. I do see Nwaneri is gonna continue like growing. Ex-Dauman, come on. Like, this is like, as a coach, this must be like the biggest blessing.
It was so funny to see him in real person. Van Dijk, even from my angle, it's like, good guy, he's a really tall guy. And you go Max Dauman, a little dirt, a little tiny. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, he's definitely 15 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a child.
He's a child, and I don't know who the left back was for Liverpool. He was just battering him. Absolute battle. I was like, you just hit.
Was Kirkus out already? Or was
No,
that Gomez?
No, Gomez was said. I don't know who was the left back for Liverpool.
Would have been
yesterday.
Kirkus. Yeah, because
It would have
Zoboslai
been
was playing
Kirkus.
right.
Yes, it might. Yes, I think it was. And he just battered Max about 4 times. It's like, you just hit the child there.
Yeah, man.
No.
But guys,
But
I honestly think
what do you think, Stu? Because there's a lot of people that are ripping on Arteta for saying, the arrogance of you playing a 15-year-old and so forth. Where'd you lie? You've seen him live. You've seen him at Leeds. You've seen him yesterday. Do you think he merits his position in the team?
Now, he might be a generational talent. Like, he was that good. Sometimes your brain switch off and you're like, maybe he's just a smaller person, 5-foot-something winger going down. Like, the way he was playing football I've seen 15-year-old play football in the park, when you walk past it. He was not playing like that. He was on another level. Like, it was crazy to see. But he's young. Will he keep it going? Will it happen? Remember Jack Wilshere, the next. And he had legs like glass.
But those were like 16, though. He's 15
Yeah,
still.
I know he's 15 still, so he's got 10 years, and he might come into his prime. 15, at least, and he's running past defenders. At the Leeds game again, I don't know who the guy was in at Leeds because he was just so mesmerizing. The Leeds guy got so frustrated, he was just pushing him. That's the only way to stop him was just pushing him.
Yeah, when he got the penalty.
Just so quick. That's the only way to stop him.
so. Guys, Max went to like a football camp in Portugal when he was 8.
Right,
and
okay.
people were already talking about him then. When he was 12, people were like going crazy. When he was 14, like last year, people were like, this guy is playing against like freaking under 19s. So I have full belief, like just seeing his, I don't even want to say like just technical ability because all our academy kids seem to have that like almost, I wanted to say Arsene Wenger DNA, but I feel like it's even like Liam Brady when he used to be like the academy head. All our academy players can play. You know what I mean? Like they're not clumsy. They got good technique. But seeing Max, his like decision making
It's really
and
smart.
how he just like, no, guys, he's a talent, man. He's a talent.
It's
Like
it's
for
just
me,
you saw the ball come over and you could just see like, I'm gonna go here. It was almost like, where Odegaard kind of just knows, I'm gonna flick this ball over here. He's gonna be probably he's got that natural. It's just almost like have you ever seen that GIF where the like calculations come up?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I felt like that a few times. I was just like, oh wow, how did he think about doing? Okay, yeah. Like it's one thing to have great talent, but then when you got that smarts about you, that football smart of just like click, I think that's the right combo. But hopefully you'll get more game time this season. That would be really, really nice to see.
So you
this
see,
is kind of the reason.
so I'm saying, Fab, so you see what Dauman brings, what Martinelli brings.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not the mismatch. Like you cannot have a 15-year-old
Martinelli was
doing
also
this.
bringing no easy, right? So let's hope Arteta doesn't coach Max Dauman out of what he's doing.
It's not an
But-
Arteta thing, man.
Yeah.
Arteta set this guy up to play, man.
I must say, there is a level of me that from the very beginning, like I am full pro Arteta because every time he's made decisions that I thought were ridiculous, turned out he was right. That's why he gets paid where he gets paid. That's why, like, I'm here, like, I'm not gonna act like I know better.
Yeah.
It's just that they can confuse me, right? There's some decisions that will confuse me. And for me, like, I've always thought that he is a bit too controlling. Do you know what I mean? Like, even the way he stands, guys, like, if you just watch him on the pitch,
He's
he's
so
such
active.
a different coach from Arsene Wenger. And Arsene Wenger, if you listen to all the players before, used to always set up like, we're going to play our way no matter what team. Our players are going to be like creative. They're going to have the freedom. Arteta is like such the opposite. He's so controlled. Like, we're going to pass there. We're going to pass here. Then we're going to do this. Then the ball comes here. Then you pass there. That I don't see how creative players can thrive in that system. I feel like as a team, we will be better. Like as a team, we'll be strong and we'll press well. We'll be good in transition. We'll defend well. But exciting, creative football, like Eze did, like this like little dribble yesterday, like by the.
It was awesome, right by the corner flag. It was right by us. So you're like, oh wow, this is really, really good.
I feel like those little things, maybe Arteta now he's realized it and he's gonna change, but I feel like him, maybe when he started as a coach, I feel like he was too controlling, that players felt afraid to make those mistakes. Because like I love like watching even training sessions, because I was like, when I was doing my UEFA badges, I was like trying to like learn from coaches, and I was watching Arsenal training sessions, and I realized like even in training sessions, he's such a serious coach that I feel like creative players almost are afraid of making a mistake. Like when they play around and they like do like a little thing. I remember Arteta like tuning Lacazette and Aubameyang almost like in the first or second week of training. Because he's like, no. You don't do that in the game, so why are you doing it in training? He's such like a serious guy that I do think like as you play with the pressure, it can become a little bit like, ooh, do I take a risk or do I just turn, keep possession, pass? And maybe he's changing. I think he's evolving. We signed Gyökeres, right? If he doesn't evolve, why did we sign Gyökeres? Because
no. But Gyökeres wasn't first choice. Don't even start on that. Gyökeres was not first choice. We wanted Sesko. We pushed for him hard. And if it wasn't, if the finances were, right, we would have gone for Sesko. That's what he wanted. So Gyökeres was second of the pick, but he did sanction the move. We have him here, but even today I was watching an interview on Sky Sports. I think they had that transfer deadline day thing, and they had one of the ex-players. I think Charlie Austin or something like that. I think he played for QPR back in the day.
Yeah,
but anyways,
he was legendary.
But anyways, he was there, and they were doing that segment like of hit or miss, and they would put a player on, and they would say suggest whether it'd be a hit or a miss. They flipped onto Gyökeres, and he said he was going to be a miss of the season. I said, come on, this guy banged 90-something goals in 2 years. You don't think that he knows how to score goals, but just the way that we've set up for him, it's... Yeah, but it's game week 3. I'm not panicking because it was. He doesn't look fit to me. It looks still a bit too heavy for me. I'm not sure if he's not quite lean or he's still gonna get to match fitness. He doesn't look right for me. But
he needs to hit the gym with you.
Yeah, but I'm not panicking after game week 3. If we were sitting here game week 10 after 2 months of football, Champions League, and he's still looking rusty or not making those runs or connecting with the players, then I would say that this is a problem. But no, I think we are where we wanted to be. I didn't think we would go 9 points out of 3 games, 3 for 3. I did think maybe we would have, won 2, drew 1, which probably would have been Liverpool. But if you think about it, the difference between 1 point and 0 points, for me, it's really not that bad in this, it wouldn't have made a difference.
Stage of the season as well.
They're going to drop points. Everybody drops points. I mean, injuries,
especially after Christmas. Christmas is a crucial one for a lot of teams dropping points.
Yeah. You need a big squad. You need a good squad. And I think that's what we have. So I'm not panicking at all. I think it's not time to panic. And I think after we ride out after the City game, I think the next, 10 games, I think they're winnable games. Obviously, nothing is granted, but we should win those games based on the quality of the squad we have. I think, Nottingham Forest, I think that's who we have next. They just got beat they got beat this weekend. So
yes, 3-0 against West Ham, which is terrible.
West Ham are dog, man. Like, geez,
West Ham are like the worst team right now, but Forest is having big issues between the manager, Edu, and Nuno. So
Yeah. So
Can I just
I
tell you guys
think I
quick breaking news before you guys continue? Sorry, breaking news. Mark Gahey might not be joining Liverpool anymore, guys. Problem with the deal sheets and because Crystal Palace was trying to sign a replacement and they had
yeah.
an issue. So it looks like Gay is gonna stay and leave on a free probably end of the season or might go to Liverpool in Jan. Guys, title is back on. Title is back on.
Yeah,
Sorry,
and
Stu.
Konate went down yesterday, so they
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
defense. They need defenses. Yeah, they need because. But no, I mean the Premier League, you always have twists and turns. Game week 3, I think we're all too reactionary. I think, as I said, we spoke social media clickbaits, and they like provoking us. But I think if we stay grounded, we might come to the realization that there is no need to panic. And I don't think anyone is panicking. I just think that, as we said, it was just a wonder goal and we got beat. So we move on. And yeah, it just sucks that it's 2 weeks to linger, So,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a lot of time
And to
for
watch
negative
Fury get
pundits.
injured away with Italy, Yeah. Over to you, Stu. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I think I think we're all on the same page. I think it's just game week 3. A couple of seasons ago, we lost, 2 games on the trot, first 2 games, and then we'd been second. It's just, I think, because we had such a good window, I think we thought we were just going to go all out, go for it. And I think Merino was a spanner in the works. Everybody kind of lost themselves a little bit. But yeah, I think internationals, I hate internationals, absolutely hate them.
Yeah.
I wish
That's
I
because of
I
your
wish it
guys'
was
countries. Sorry.
sorry.
When you support the French national team, it's kind of really nice.
I mean,
Nice.
yeah, I'm from Wales, so we don't usually get a lot. Recently, we have, I suppose. So,
Well, you
but,
have
you know,
Aaron
with-
Ramsey to look forward to coming back.
yeah. But I mean, the international weeks, it's always been the Arsenal boys and where they play, and I always support the Arsenal boys and girls whenever they play as well. So that's always been me. But yeah, I think Forest is going to be a good one. I think that is going to be an interesting game. We should, in theory, beat him on paper. We just need to go out there and just do it now.
Yeah, we need to collect points. That's what we need to do, collect points. But we cannot play negative. I want us to start on the front foot.
Yeah, because
We're
Forest will
too
play
good.
negative.
Yeah, we have too good of players to be playing on the back foot. Like, it doesn't make sense for that. If we look at our squad today as of deadline day, we have a really good squad from starting to the second team, if you want to put it. Like, we don't have any more Mustafis. We don't have, Rob Holding. We don't have that anymore.
For sure.
Yeah.
So we need
Without a doubt.
we need to crack on. We need to crack on. And if we don't, all eyes are on Arteta, because what Berta did for us with 9 players coming in this summer, I think is extraordinary. And you can't have a window like that with the type of fanfare that we had in terms of the signings and profile of signings and not do anything. It's not, you don't have a place to hide it.
Yeah, this is the season, I think. I think this is the one. Yeah, and if Arteta getting anything, we could come second, great. But yeah, the board is going to be asking questions.
Yeah,
why,
you need to
why?
win something.
Yeah, but
Win
again,
something.
game week 3, let's be positive.
No, of course. Nobody's
Let's
saying
reconvene
Arteta
in a
out.
couple
We're
of
just
game
saying
weeks
we
and see
expect
how-
more.
Yeah,
To
but it's
you,
so
man. We
easy to
expect
go down
more.
that route, isn't it? It's so easy to go down that route of going Arteta out. Like, you can just get your head spiraling, your head goes over here, and you're like, no, let's get back down.
No,
Let's get back down to it. But yeah,
no, or
yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
winning one.
It's a cup. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cup.
Yeah.
I'll
Great.
take it.
FA Cup is a great cup, man. Of course, that's our cup.
Yeah, it's our cup, 14 times? Something?
Yeah,
14
yeah,
times?
yeah.
I think
Around there.
that's a lot of times, actually.
Yeah, so we need to win something. We can't just go through the motions, losing, in the 4th round. Like, no, man. Our second
Yeah,
team
I agree.
should be able to carry us
Yes.
to Wembley. We
Don't
need
be
to.
losing to Grimsby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can't be doing that.
We cannot do that. We cannot do that. We don't have to play Saka in that game because Madueke, he's got the talent to
So
do
good.
something. Yeah, we
So
don't have to
good.
play Odegaard. We got Wanyeri, and we know what he can do. We don't have to play Gabriel because now we got Calafiori. You know what I mean? We just stacked. We got Ben White. We don't have to play Timber.
Yep.
We have Kepa. We don't have to play right. You know, so in all those positions go on.
And they're
we
good
don't have.
quality players.
Yeah, man, they're
so
good.
good.
On paper, they're stacked. They're good.
Yeah.
They're stacked. So he's got
Well,
to
guys-
pull. He's got to get us over the line. There's no excuses.
Yeah.
I'm not panicking. As I said, this game week 3, but come end of the season, we leaving with something.
Yeah, we got to leave
I
a
agree.
little something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on that topic, because soon we'll be leaving this podcast, I want you guys to also leave it with something. So as we enter the last few minutes, Q and Kill Bill, any message out to our listeners out there? How are they going to cope with this international break? And any final messages for how we should kind of remember that it's just game week 3 and walk away with from tonight?
That's a good question.
Man. Because
I think to sit down, if you drink beer, have a beer. If you don't, have a Coke. And if not, have a water. Just chill. Go watch an international game. Again, like us, like me being Welsh, we don't have no Arsenal boys anymore in the Welsh squad. So just go watch a game with France. Even England squad has got half of the England squad.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that.
Yeah, just go and watch the boys. And if the girls are playing, just go watch the girls. Chill and be ready for game week 4.
Yeah, I would say the same as Stu. There's really no reason to panic game week 3. I think if we looked at the first 5 or 10 games, I think going into now, the first 3 games, nobody would have expected us to complete 3 out of 3. I think we would have been happy with the 2 wins and a draw. But as I said, the difference between the draw and a loss is 1 point. And at the moment, everybody's kind of aligned. Only Liverpool is 3 for 3, but they will drop points along the way. I guarantee it. They're not going to go invincible. That's not happening. Don't clip this up, but it's not happening. But but yeah, so yeah, just chill. We got beat by a wonder goal. For us, Arsenal supporters, I'd probably say be more encouraged to watch the England game because half of our boys or a lot of our boys play for those, for that team. And I'm going to particularly watch because of Eze. I need to see how, the manager will play him in what position. And I think that's also going to be an indicator for us where we might think his best position is for us. And most importantly, for Eze, he needs to get match ready. I think they were saying he didn't start because he just came into the club, which I fucking think that's bullshit, but I would have gone with him. Like he played, man. He played 2 games already. But anyways, the more game time he gets, the more acquainted he gets with our Arsenal boys. So yeah, I think it will be better for all of them. But yeah, no need to panic. It is what it is. And next week or in 2 weeks, we go again, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds good. That sounds brilliant.
All right. So, guys, a big thank you. Thank you so much for listening to the Arsenal Indonesia fan club. Guys, thank you a lot for your support. It's also cool to see how the love for Arsenal, is from all over the world. To Zach from Canada. Zach, thank you so much for your jokes. We will at some point in the podcast start to take some questions and messages from you guys, so you guys can also ask the fans here. We're very lucky that we either can watch the game on TV or go to the stadium in a good, reasonable hour. Unlike you guys who have to watch at 6 a.m. or midnight and 2 a.m. But we're all Arsenal fans. Please don't panic. We will be with you for this season. Looking forward to game week 10. When the three of us can sort of analyze how it's gone like this, But hopefully we meet each other still before then, It's true. You're an awesome guest. You're always welcome whenever you want to join the podcast.
Thank you very much. It's been really, really fun. I love it.
Yay. I've loved it. I'm glad you guys have met as well. So, guys, thank you so much. Hope our players can also have a good rest and come back refreshed. And peace, guys. Peace to the Gunners, man. Let's do this.
Cheers, guys.